Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Jai
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna. I see that Prabhuji has joined. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All the devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Nitya Harinam Sangha for Bhagavad Gita class. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Neel Govinda Das Prabhuji joining us from Andhra Pradesh, India. Prabhu is going to enlighten us on Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 13. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Whenever you are ready, you may take over the call.
Hare Krishna. Amma, please give me a moment. I'll just get my Gita book. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Gita, chapter number 2, text number 13. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhirastatana muyate. Hare Krishna. If everyone are available on the call, you can all unmute and then you can repeat after me. Dehinosmin yata dehe
Dehinosmin yatha dehe
kaumaram yauvanam jara
kaumaram yauvanam jara
tata dehantara prapti
tata dehantara prapti
dhirastatana muyate.
dhirastatra namuyati.
Please also repeat the translation. As the embodied soul
As the embodied soul
continuously passes
continuously passes
in this body
in this body
from
from
boyhood to youth
boyhood to youth
to old age,
to old age,
the soul
the soul
similarly passes
similarly passes
into another body
into another body
at death.
at death.
at death.
A sober person
A sober person
is not bewildered
is not bewildered
by such a change.
by such a change.
Thank you. Purport. Since every living entity is an individual soul, each is changing his body every moment, manifesting sometimes as a child,
Krishna,
sometimes as a youth, and sometimes as an old man. Yet the same spirit soul is there and does not undergo any change. This individual soul finally changes the body at death and transmigrates to another body. Then, since it is sure to have another body in the next birth, either material or spiritual, there was no cause for lamentation by Arjuna on account of death, neither for Bhishma nor for Drona, for whom he was so much concerned. Rather, he should rejoice for their changing bodies from old to new ones, thereby rejuvenating their energy. Such changes of body account for varieties of enjoyment or suffering, according to one's work in life. So Bhishma and Drona, being noble souls, were surely going to have spiritual bodies in the next life, or at least in the heavenly bodies for superior enjoyment of material existence. So in either case, there was no cause for lamentation. Any man who was perfect, who has perfect knowledge of the constitution of the individual soul, the super soul and the nature, both material and spiritual, is called a dhira, or a most sober man. Such a man is never deluded by the changes of bodies. The Mayavadi theory of oneness of spiritual soul cannot be entertained here. On the ground that the spirit soul cannot be cut into pieces as a fragmental portion, such cutting into different individual souls would make the supreme cleavable or changeable, against the principles of supreme soul being unchangeable. As confirmed in Gita, the fragmental portions of the supreme exist eternally, Sanatan, and are called Akshara. That is, they have a tendency to fall down into material nature. These fragmental portions are eternally so, and even after liberation, the individual soul remains the same fragmental. But once liberated, he lives an eternal life in bliss and knowledge with the personality of Godhead. The theory of reflection can be applied to the super soul, who is present in each and every individual body and is known as Paramatma. It is different from the individual living entity. When the sky is reflected in the water, the reflections represent both the sun and the moon and the stars also. The stars can be compared to the living entities and the sun or the moon to the Supreme Lord. The individual fragmental spirit soul is represented by Arjuna, and the Supreme Soul is the personality of God Sri Krishna. They are not on the same level as it will be apparent in the beginning of fourth chapter. If Arjuna is on the same level with Krishna and Krishna is not superior to Arjuna, then the relationship of instructor and instructed becomes meaningless. If both of them are deluded by the illusory energy, then there is no need for one, then there is no need of one being the instructor and the other being the instructed. Such instruction would be useless because in the clutches of Maya, no one can be authoritative instructor. Under the circumstances, it is admitted that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, superior in the position to the living entity. Arjuna is forgetful soul, deluded with Maya. Let me read these few lines and then begin. The Mayavadi theory of oneness of spirit soul cannot be entertained on the ground that the spirit soul cannot be cut into pieces as a fragmental portion. Such cutting into different individual souls would make the supreme cleavable or changeable, against the principle of the supreme soul being unchangeable, as confirmed in the Gita. Krishna Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Yam Tadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangam langayate garam, kripatamam vande, Shri Guru Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. So, This is the first instruction by the Lord in the Gita to the questions of Arjuna. Lord began giving answers. Before he began giving answers, he chastised Arjuna through the first sloka. Ashoshan anvashoshastvam pragnavajan sabhasase. Gata sunna gata sunsha nanu sochanti pandita. That is where the Lord began. And then now, after that, is actually coming to the point that we are not this body. All through this life, not this life, in the previous lives, in life after life, we have this awareness that I am this body. Little problem comes to this body, our consciousness changes momentarily. That means whatever we begin thinking about it. I don't say that we shouldn't think about it, but the purpose and intention should be understood very clearly. We should understand this body is temporary. We should understand no matter what I do, this body will be dethroned. We should understand the germs which are there in this earth will eat up our body. The Christian buries the body underneath the coffin. All the living entities which are there in the earth, they will nibble away the body when they eat up. That means we should understand that. Whenever we see our face in the mirror, we should understand this face is temporary. The face will not be like this. The hair is temporary. The hair will not be like this. Body itself is temporary. The vision is temporary. Vision will not be like this. But whatever vision I have today, it is a mercy of my Father. And through that vision, if I use him in the sense, if I use this body, not him, use this body for his service. That means we are using the ears to do Shravana. We are using this ears, or we are using this mouth to speak good about others. We use this vision to see good in others. How is this manifesting? That means this was not there before in our consciousness. We have to get this consciousness. That means it has to be gifted to us. By the mercy of the Acharyas, we get that gift. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we get that gift. Why? Why this is so important? Because if that mercy is not there, dear devotees, we cannot understand. Please understand, Arjuna couldn't understand the principles of Gita. He is an empowered personality. Unless and until Arjuna came to a point, the point of submission, there's no way to understand this. He himself, he proclaims, oh my dear Lord, this is a difficult state. You want me to kill my family members? Now you kill demons, you are asking me to kill the family members. Arjuna tells this to Arjuna in a very dejected mood. He is through that mood and consciousness, he tells. And then now what is happening, dear devotees? Through the consciousness, Lord is actually speaking to Arjuna after his submission. That means Arjuna's background is well established. That means he's situated in the right platform. For example, you are supposed to travel, right? Then you'll see which train number, which platform it comes, what time it comes, when it leaves. You see all of those, right? Then you go to the right platform, right station, right city, right location, everything correctly. Then you go to your right bogie. Then you stand there. Then you enter into the bogie. Then you have, in that particular bogie, you have a number. That is where you sit or sleep. It's allocated. That means on that particular day, for that particular train, in that particular class, in that particular seat, that is allocated to you. If you come next day for the same ticket, but you came next day, will the ticket collector accept us? He says, Baba, your ticket was yesterday. It's not today. Your name is not there today. Today somebody else is sitting there. It's only yesterday. Likewise, this human form of life is only meant for that and that certain period only. Just like the train journey is only for a day, this human form of life is only meant for that period. Just like this train journey will look very insignificant in our life, in our entire tenure of the life. It's very minute. Now, what is this one? One day is very minute. Let's say you're living for 80 years. One day is very short period. Right? Very short. That's even more shorter is our human form of life. Please understand. That means there is no chance that we will receive another human form of life after this. There is no guarantee. That means if you miss that, let's say you miss that train, and then you are thinking that tomorrow is the day, or you are thinking that yesterday was the day, and then you went there, you will miss that train. So even if you are there at the right time, still you cannot avail that opportunity because the time has gone. Likewise, if this human form of life is not being used with that right process, right agenda, right mentality of Dehinosmin Yatade, Kaumaram Yavanam, I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. That means if you have a serious problem to this body, don't be dejected because you're not that. We are not that. We are not that. We shouldn't be dejected. We should understand. If there is a chance to correct, I'll correct. If there is no chance to correct, I'll just leave the body. Anyhow, you should be joyful because you'll be getting a better body because this body is no longer useful. If you have perfected the life, you'll get a spiritual body. Sachit Ananda. Spiritual body. Everything is permanent. You'll get a permanent body. You'll no longer be in the realm of the material plane. You'll be in the spiritual plane. Because your understanding is different. So our life is a train journey, dear. And in that train, you see so many people. Somebody is eating something, somebody is sleeping, somebody is watching something, somebody is doing something else. So many things. But is it part of you? No. As part of the journey, you are seeing them. Once the journey is completed, you will not see them again. There are so many Brahmande, Brahmate Kon, Bhagyavan, so many Jiva in this world. You will not see them again. Likewise, this human form of life, we have a wife, we have children, father, mother, so many. All the relationships. Lord has given us all those relationships. That means through the vision of the Lord, through the vision of the Acharyas, we should take those relationships. We should not omit them. Oh, I am Atma. Likewise, they are also Atma. I have no connection with them after this life. That doesn't mean that we give up the connection in this life. No. We stay with them. We take care of them. Because our responsibility, we should do our responsibility nicely. What is a big responsibility? We practice this science and give the opportunity to our family members so that they also practice this science. That is a real thing now. That means if we have that right thing, if we have the right mentality, if we have the right consciousness, then we give that. That means through our presence, they want to take it. It's very important. No? If this is not there, then what happens? That thing will become different state. Because I'm not this, but I'm a powerful spirit. This is the first lesson they do. First lesson. Because why Krishna is telling the first lesson? Because Arjuna is in a particular state. Because he doesn't want to kill his family members. Now Krishna is hitting that right away. He's telling that, whose family, whose children? What is all these things? Your duty is to fight. Now we don't apply that thing to us. Please understand. Now we cannot apply that thing to avoid the responsibilities. Please understand. Taking brahmacharya or taking sannyas is a different state. They take the brahmacharya and they take that sannyasa. Why? To do greater service to the society, not to avoid the responsibility. Please understand. That is important. If a person is taking is accepting brahmacharya so that he will avoid the responsibility, I would avoid taking care of his family, he should avoid taking care of his children. That is not right. That means he is meant for the society. That's what he should think. And how we should see them. But we should come to the state of grihastha, right? Hare Krishna, once again. So those things we should see. Please understand. That means how we should see from our side. Oh, they have given up their life. They are not into this material. They are leading. They are serving the society. Yeah, this is how we should see. This is how they are also seeing. How they see us. They see us like, oh, they are also working. They are practicing Krishna consciousness nicely. They're they're leading their life. They're taking care of children and again practicing Krishna consciousness. They see us through in this way. We should see them in that way. Please understand. That means our vision to the other person should also be seen in the right way. Please understand. If our vision to see the other person is not seen through the lens of the acharyas and the spiritual masters, then that is a problem and an obstruction. Then there is a problem and an obstruction in our practice of Krishna consciousness. Please understand. The science of Krishna consciousness is very, very important. If we know this, if we understand this, then it's a great shelter for us. Hare Krishna, one second. So we should understand this thing is very important. That means how we are seeing the other person. See, what was it Arjuna's vision? Please understand this. If we understand this, we'll get a clarity. What is Arjuna's vision? Arjuna's vision is, I cannot see, he's speaking against Dharma, against his principle of who he is. Who is he? He's a Kshatriya. What is the duty of a Kshatriya? If a person calls us for a fight, he should fight. He should not see other option. There's no question. That is his. Because what is his? He's representing. He's representing whom? He's representing the society. That means what is that? If a person is calling him to fight, that he should not see anything else. He should immediately go and fight. What is that? That is actually selflessness. Because he is not thinking about himself. Oh, क्या होगा मुझे अभी शादी हुआ. I have to be with my wife. They don't think like that. They're completely in the selfless way. If there is a service to be done, immediately they would run. No matter what, dead night, if somebody is calling for the fight, they should go. But what is happening here? Through consciousness of attachment, through the consciousness of understanding that they are mine, that is also, see, here one state is that consciousness of attachment is actually in a selfless plane. Please understand. He is attachment, but on a selfless plane, because he is attached through what they have given. It is a higher level, higher consciousness. The attachment is not through him. Please understand. All the words which Arjuna is speaking, that words of attachment is not through his lens. That is not coming through raga. It is not through aversion. It is an attachment. What is it? That is on a selfless plane, because he's seeing their presence and then he's very grateful to them. Through that gratitude, he doesn't want to fight. For that gratitude, he wants to give up his duty also. Because this is a very beautiful sign. Because that person, that consciousness only comes to the state of submission. That's how Arjuna submitted Karpanya dosha pahata savaha, because he has deep gratitude towards elders. We don't see that in this world here. That's why I was just discussing about this. That's why we don't see joint families. We see nuclear families. Why? Because they do not have any gratitude to the elders, to the parents. They do not have gratitude. As there is gratitude missing, they want to stay away from them. Because when they see them, they have envious feelings towards them, ill feeling towards them. That is a problem. That is the core reason why there are all nuclear families. Only husband, wife, one children, one child, or two with the max. Because nobody wants to have two children also anymore. Not because of population, because they cannot grow them. No, it's not the question of population. They only have one. Because they think that if they have two children, the body, will become weak. There's so many reasons. Or they feel that there is no enough way to gratify one's senses if they have two children. So many reasons. Why? Conditioning, material world. Material realm means fully conditioning. See, understand, completely total absorption. Total absorption on this body. Krishna is telling that is the first thing you are not that. First thing itself is telling you are not that. Please understand this. Oh, we get dejected, bogged down, so many things happen. Something happens to this body, or something happens to our beloved. We get dejected, or we pray to the Lord intensely on that day. Everyone is thinking that you are a pure devotee. Oh, pure. But prayer is a different state. You pray. Not that we don't pray for the others. What is the intent behind it? Through that prayers they become normal. Then through that, once they become normal, they practice Krishna consciousness. That is the whole idea. That is the whole picture. Actually, everything should be driven through Krishna consciousness only. Nothing can be independent of that. If anything is independent of that, you should understand that is Maya. Child is sick, you pray to the Lord. My dear Lord, please help this child. At that time, you don't say that, oh, my dear Lord, this is a body. No, you pray to the Lord so that the body is cured. And then after that, you also pray to the Lord, my dear Lord, please empower this soul so that they practice Krishna consciousness. Give them good health, give them good knowledge, give them good intelligence, give them an opportunity to do Shravana Kirtana, and then through that they become more and more advanced in the science of Krishna consciousness. This should be the prayer. This should be the move. Otherwise, pray to the Lord for good health, and after that, doing sense gratification, or doing so many unnecessary, unwanted things of this world. Oh, that is a problem actually. Krishna consciousness is not like a health insurance. Or we go and pray to the Lord, ring the bell, pray to the Lord. Oh, my dear Lord, please give me this, give me that. No, Krishna consciousness is not that. Krishna consciousness is ahetuki apraheta. Anyavilasita shunyam jnana karmadan avritam anukulyana krishnanushivalam sevanam bhakti ruttama. Bhakti is the essence. Anyavilasita, no other endeavor. Only motto is to do pure devotion. Yasyasa bhakti bhagavata kinchana sara gunasatra samasta suraya. Bhagavatam says, when you practice pure devotional service, all the wonderful qualities will manifest in your life. All beautiful qualities. Free from these unwanted things. On the other side, even though if you have some good qualities, but if you don't practice Krishna, practice pure devotion, they're all in vain, useless. Yasyasta bhaktir bhagavatakin sarver gunes tatra samastasmi. All the beautiful qualities will be manifested. Bhagavatam is disclosing. That means the aspiration should be that. You pray to the Lord for that. My dear Lord, give me health so that I can practice. My dear Lord, you want me to take me. My dear Lord, please give me an opportunity to be Krishna conscious. Because it's your body. This body is whose body? It's our body. It's the body of the Lord. Everything belongs to Him. We are His properties. This hair belongs to Him. Everything from top to bottom. Because Lord has kept this beautiful soul. That is what we are actually. And that soul requires a release from the disease of this materialism. The soul is suffering. Suffering soul. Suffering, when the soul is engaged in sense gratification, soul suffers so much. When soul is used in ahara, nidra, bhayama, idunamta, the soul suffers so much. When the soul is changed from one body to the other body, the soul suffers so much. It's a continuous suffering. The soul goes to the body of a pig, body of a dog, body of a cat, body of a whale, body of a microorganism. The soul suffers. Because what is happening there? The soul is not connected to his master there. The soul is simply doing ahara, nidra, bhayama, idunamta. Nothing else. When the soul is engaged in that continuously, the soul forgets the natural identity. The soul is lost in this world. That's why Acharyas, the spiritual master, this service is so great actually. Because what they do, they reinstate, they reignite the consciousness. They will hit through their Vani, the words of the Acharyas. They will hit us in our consciousness. They will wake up, Jiv jago, Gora Chandra Gora. Kota Nitra Jama Pishashira. Wake up, sleeping soul. They will wake up from our dormant condition. How many lifetimes you will sleep in the witch of Maya? Life after life, you are engaged in sense gratification. What will you get? You get nothing other than rubbing some matter to get some happiness through this dead matter. See, the soul was supposed to get happiness by seeing the Lord, by serving the Lord, by serving Lord's pure devotees, by getting an opportunity to get connected. The soul is powerful. Satchitananda, it actually experiences that happiness. Now the soul degraded so much, it is getting happiness through this dead matter. It is dead matter only. Dead what is this body is burnt and this body is no longer useful. It will be sent into this electric machine. Entire body is wiped off within moments. America is advanced now. They sent it in this electric machine, but in India, they put, they put under fire. America is advanced, electric machines. Within moments, everything will be vanished. The so-called body we have seen, they put all makeup, everything, lipstick, so many things. Eyebrows, eyelashes, so many things, cutting this, cutting hair, so much. That body vanquished within a couple of minutes. In fact, that body, we worked so hard. Entire life, we worked very hard just for that body. And if you have committed any sinful activities, you go to Yamalok. Yamraj will be there, and then he's a Vaishnava. And then he'll tell, you have to suffer. And so there are 26 hellish planets. Committed any sinful activities according to those hellish planets, will be sent to those hellish planets. And then we suffer there. Again, we take another mother's form. Again, Dehinosman yata dehe, Kaumaram yavanam jara, yata dehantara, prapte, dhira satrana muyate. Again, punarapi jaranam, punarapi maram. The cycle continues. We don't know what kind of body we will get in the next life. Because this is the only body which we know. That's why our Acharya says that use this body to the best of the ability. Because this is the only life we have. If this life is used in the service of Guru and Krishna, then that life becomes perfect. Otherwise this life will not be perfect. Will be dejected. You all know the example of Kailash. Kailash one day, oh, this is my favorite. Kailash, one day, he gets married. Happy married life. He's having good time with his wife. Wife is having good time with his husband. Narad Muni will come. Knocks the door. Hare Krishna, who is inside? Kailash comes. Hare Krishna, Narad Muni, how are you? Good. Kailash, I will take you to the spiritual world. Please come now. Now? Abhi? Now? You want me to come now to the spiritual world? Hare, I just got married. My wife, beautiful wife, young, how can I leave her? She'll miss my association. I will miss her association. एक दूजे के लिए cannot be apart. हम साथ साथ हैं, cannot be apart. Then he says, Nardmani, come after 10 years na. By the time, I will have everything. I will come with you after 10 years. Just give me some time. Right now I cannot. See, dear devotees, why am I telling this is? You might not know, or most of them might know the story. I want to tell one aspect here. When a pure devotee comes into your life and then tells you, come to me, I'll take you to the spiritual. That is what Srila Prabhupada's statement today, which we shared, which we discussed in our group. Srila Prabhupada's statement is, what is that statement? It is far better to serve pure devotee of the Lord than the Lord directly. Why? Because through that service you establish a relationship with him. Through that, when the pure devotee of the Lord, when the servant of Krishna, he tells, come to me, come with me, I'll take you to the spiritual world. Then through that relationship, the disciple will immediately go with the spiritual master. But here what is happening is, the Kailash has deep relationship with his wife. He doesn't want to come. His attachment. He's thinking that my wife is my life and soul. Are your wife is only for this life, Baba. When a pure devotee is coming and telling you, I'll take you to the spiritual world, you should run. But Kailash doesn't want to run because his desires are something. But when Kailash, he knows the person, but he doesn't know. He doesn't establish that relationship with that person. Please understand. As there is no relationship, he says, I'll come later. You stay there. And what is he doing? He's telling Narada Muni, you come after 10 years. You see, pure devotee is instructing pure devotee. What is this? This is a mentality of this material world. Especially the Kali. This is a batch. Kailash is a batch of Kali Yuga. What is that Kali Yuga batch? Kali Yuga batch, they don't hear. They give instructions. They don't accept. They speak. नहीं अभी नहीं, मैं बाद में आऊंगा. नहीं आप मेरा सुनो पहले. अरे प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस. They say like this. It's not practical. Everything is impractical. You should have everything. Then on the sideways you practice Krishna consciousness. This is a batch of Kali. What is this? Kali batch means duplicity. Duplicity means what? You say something, you do something in the background. This is a batch. This is a duplicitous mentality. So Kailash represents that. Now Narada Muni, is a pure soul. He comes back after 10 years. Now Kailash is in another state. Then Narada Muni says, Kailash, would you like to come now? Kailash says, no, I can't come. Because the root desire is not changed. Na? The mentality, the attachments are still there. Likewise, even if Krishna comes and tells in our life today, come, I will take you to the spiritual world. We are not ready to go. We say, oh, my dear Lord, please give me some more time. For what? For doing something in this world. I'll chant Hare Krishna also. Hare, for the chanting only I came, you come to me. I will take you. No, I'll stay some more. What is that indicating? That means that is not still in a pure plane. That means we want something else. We don't want him in our life. We don't want Lord in our life. We don't want his pure souls in our life. What does it mean we don't want pure souls in our life? When we don't follow their instructions. That is exactly what is happening, right? In the life of Kailash. He says, now I have 3 children. 8 years, 5 years, 3 years. Oh, Narada Muni, you took so much time. I cannot come. You come after 20, 30 years, because by the time my children will grow up, I'll have finished all my responsibilities. At that time I'll come. Narada Muni goes, then comes back again. Kailash, would you like to come now? Then Kailash says, oh, Narada Muni, how can I come now? These children are spoiling my property. These children are, misusing my property. They are wasting the money left and right. It's bad, very bad, Narada Muni. I can't come now because I have to protect all of them. Protect this property also. Just see, dear devotees, the depth of this attachment in this world. Because when we are not attached to Vaishnavas, when we are not attached to our acharyas, when we are not attached to pure devotees, when we are not, that means we are not attached to Krishna. Then to whom we are attached? Material realm, material world. Dejected. We are attached to so many things of this world. New saris, new dresses, new this, new that, new car. Oh, let's buy this. New this, new that. So many things of this world. What is that helping? अरे कुछ help होया? There is no कुछ होने वाला ही नहीं है उससे. You will not get any happiness through that. There's no ananda in that. Because it came through matter. There's no existence to that. Likewise, Kailash also doesn't want to come, but it's a deep attachment. It's a deep attachment. Now, what is that happening? That is changing the state. That means what is happening? Dehinosminyata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata deha antara praptir dhira satram. The sober person is not bewildered. Because the sober person is a devotee, pure soul. They are not bewildered. But others, they are all bewildered. Likewise, Kailash, through that bewildered state, he remembered his property, he remembered his son, children, so many other things, positions. At that state of consciousness, he left his body and then he got the body of a dog. When Narada Muni again comes, he wouldn't see Kailash anymore. He would see dog. Through the dog language, Kailash is speaking, oh, Narada Muni, it's me. And Narada Muni says, you became a dog because you are so attached to this family. You are attached to this property, you became a dog. Even now I can take you. This is the greatness of a pure soul. They can uplift us from any consciousness. Any momentary association. Through their Vani, through their association, they can uplift us. But here what is happening? Even now he is attached to his body, his family. No, how can I come, Narada Muni? So many people are coming to the property, I have to protect the property. Then Narada Muni says, again, you stay here and come sometime later. Then again, his consciousness is degrading so much. He becomes a snake. Dehinosum yata dehe, changing of bodies. Through that snake, he's more envious now with everyone. I hate all these children because he became a snake. Envy increased. Slowly, that attachment, raga, became dvesha. Please understand. First it was attachment. Dear devotees, that's how our connection with this world begins. Through attachment. Attachment to all the people of this world. Our family members also. But with that attachment, when they are not listening to our word, then what happens? Envy will come. Dvesha. Oh, you are not listening to me now? I will not speak to you. Envy. Oh, you are my wife. That's okay. You are not listening to me now. I'm not your husband anymore. You stay away from me. Envy. Dvesha. Dvesha is manifest. Exactly that thing happened. Through that dvesha, he took the birth of a snake. The consciousness, through that consciousness only we get another body. Now, how there are 8,400,000 species? Different varieties of consciousness. One wants to have unlimited sex. He will get that kind of a body, animal body, so that he can have unlimited sex. Consciousness. As per consciousness, he'll get. One wants to sleep unlimitedly, he'll get that kind of a body where he can sleep unlimitedly. He wants to be cold, he wants to stay in cold places, he'll get that kind of a body. He wants to eat meat, he'll get that kind of a body. Unlimited, that means there are varieties in this world. That means whatever our consciousness is desiring, we'll get that kind of a body. Please understand this, dear devotees. The Lord, we dejected him, we rejected him. We outrightly said, I will go away from you. But that personality, Lord is doing so many arrangements based on your desires. Just say what kind of person he is. And that Lord comes as Lord Chaitanya as a devotee and then giving us his Sankirtana moment and then sending his pure souls, his Senapati Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada and his followers. And then through them, we are understanding this science and then trying to uplift our consciousness. What is this mercy, dear devotees? You please tell me. It's a beautiful mercy, na? What kind of mercy is that? Can we perceive this? Cannot perceive, cannot understand this. Their love, their affection. I want to think about this. Why 8,400,000 species? Because that many varieties. Variety, Prabhupada says, variety is a mother of invention. That means that many desires. The jiva has to be fulfilled. And then finally, Narada Muni has a plan for Kailash. Because he's totally envious. He has to be corrected upon himself only. Then he says, there is a deadly snake outside. Please kill that snake. The moment he has seen his children started trying to kill him, at that moment Narada Muni asks, will you come to me? I'll take it as spiritual one. He says, I'll come. To cultivate that desire, how much Vaishnava has to do in his life? How much he has to wait? How much patience he has to cultivate? Unimaginable. To teach that we are not this body but a powerful spirit soul, it's not easy, dear words. Because entire day we are on the bodily consciousness only. If somebody calls us, how are you? Neck pain, knee pain, this pain, that pain, elbow pain, this, that. I'm not saying the pain shouldn't be there. Pains are there. But we are absorbed in that consciousness. It's a problem. That means if we are absorbed in that, at the time of death also we are absorbed in that only. Because it's a fearful state here to it. It's not easy. 10,000 scorpions when they are beating a person, that kind of pain one will experience. Unless if he has to be completely Krishna conscious. Otherwise he cannot. Come out of this cycle. Punarapi janaram, punarapi maranam, jatare sairam. Cycle is continuous. Because the variety is not, because as we have those desires, that is the core reason why we don't take Krishna consciousness more on a serious level, on a deeper level. This is the reason. We should try to address that. Those situations, scenarios in one's life. Otherwise it's a problem. That's why Arjuna has been told, Lord is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, don't worry, you are not this body. Not just you, all the people who are there here, they're not these bodies. They're spiritual. Even if you kill all of them, they'll get another bodies. If they are good consciousness, they'll go to heavenly planets. If they are even good, they'll go to the spiritual world. Why worry? Why are you worrying? You're thinking that they're family members. They're not given importance. No. As part of this yajna of fighting, they will be elevated. Please fight. Please don't give up this. Dear devotees, please understand. At this moment only, within few shlokas, Arjuna's consciousness got revealed. Next, if you actually see, Arjuna is asking all the questions for the conditioned soul in this world. Because the state of consciousness is perfected just within moments. Then he would ask, in second chapter only, he would ask, how the pure devotee will walk, how the pure devotee will lead his life, what does he do. Just please understand, second chapter only is asking those questions. In second chapter, again, he is not asking, "Arey, kya hoga mujhe? What will happen to me?" He is not asking any of those things. Nashta Mahashrutirlabdha, all the doubts are dissipated, perfected. In the 18th chapter, again, he confirms that. See the beauty of this science. Because if we understand and realize, for example, there is a serious health issue for us, we should be happy. This body, anyhow, it has to be gone. My dear Lord, we should pray to the Lord. Oh, my dear Lord, great, I'm grateful for this. A devotee is grateful for anything in his life. My dear Lord, I'm really grateful for this. Please, please allow me to be absorbed in your consciousness. Allow me to be absorbed to hear about you, to know about you, to meditate upon you. Allow me to develop this consciousness to come back to you. Allow me to serve your pure souls. And you begin remembering all those beautiful things which have happened in your life. And you become more and more grateful to that. And you never be envious to anyone in one's life. Your word is that by the time of death, being envious to the other person should be zero. One person should not be. We should not be envious to even one person, not even to cat or a dog. Not a single person. Advasya sarabhutana. All the living entities, be non-envious. Now, how do we be non-envious? When we are fully attached to the words of Srila Prabhupada, to our spiritual master, to Krishna, then you can be non-envious. And with this state of consciousness, you will not again come back to this material world. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Like to share any questions? Any comments? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for explaining this verse, which is one of the most important verses in Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to hold my questions until everyone else is done asking. So I'm going to open the floor for whoever has any questions or comments. Please go ahead and ask. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, the story of Kailash is so relatable. We are so attached to our material circumstances. But for a person who does not get that opportunity to leave, he still has to do his duty. So how can he do his duty as a householder without attachment and be ready to leave as soon as the Lord calls?
You do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. You should begin working for Krishna. You should begin working for his pure souls. When he does that, then he is there with the family, but is not with the family. He's not with them. He's with them only, but he will never use them for his own sense gratification. That is his state. This is working for Krishna. Working for Krishna is his representative, the Lord. Is representative of his pure souls. So disciple of his pure souls means what? Having their qualities. That means whatever they say when we are doing it, then that means we are actually working for them. We see the life of Parikshit Maharaj. That's what Parikshit Maharaj did. He worked to please Yudhishthira Maharaj, Pandavas. Because Pandavas trained him. Yudhishthira Maharaj is a trainer. Yudhishthira Maharaj personally trained Parikshit Maharaj before he went back home, back to Vada. And he put him on the throne. So he led his entire life for their happiness. Krishna was immensely pleased, and then he immediately called him. He understood. Krishna called me through the boy, Shringi. See the beauty. The pure soul, they always catch. Because they are always in that state now. It's like Prabhupada, when one person in India, he told Prabhupada, oh, Swamiji, you are giving these magazines, but it would be better if you print books. Prabhupada immediately took that as the words of a spiritual master. Oh, that is because they're always connected. They're always connected to them now. They'll get the right indications at the right time. When we are connected to them, then what happens? You will also get the right indication. But up until that point of time, we should, we should be absorbed. We should take good association. And then even if you are connected, we should take their opinion once. Is this okay? I'm thinking like that. Is this correct? We see through the life of Srila Prabhupada also. When he had to take sannyas, he was actually taking opinion from Keshav Maharaj, his godmother. Then he took sannyas from him. Even though Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is continuously coming and telling him personally in his dreams, but still he wanted to take confirmation. Likewise, we should be connected, we should take confirmation, and the right time comes, we should do it. But this all happens when we are connected to them, when we are working for them, when we are feeling them, they are our masters. That's what today's discussion also, Prabhupada's quote. When they are calling, we should be ready. How, who, and which person will be ready when they are calling us? When that person is very connected to them, then we'll be ready. Prabhupada tells actually, no, my spiritual master is calling, Krishna is calling, I have to go. He left. Disciple was telling, 108 temples, who will take care? I've given everything. It's my service, it's done. Now I've told you everything. It's up to you, you have to take care. Then he left. He's not attached here. He's not connected here. Just his understanding is so well established. He didn't have a desire because he knows he had a calling. It's like Parikshit Maharaj had a calling, Prabhupada had a calling. Pure souls, they had a calling. They will not. Our Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, he said, I had my call has come, I have to go. He wrote a letter 1 month before itself to enter all the leaders in the society. Time has come, I'll be leaving. He wrote a letter and then he left. They get the call. How? Why? Because they devoted their life, dedicated themselves. When the dedication is there, then we get the right awareness. Through the right awareness, we get that clarity. It's like Parikshit Maharaj, he received through Shingi, just small boy, Prabhu. Please understand, this is a small boy, Shingi, just 5 years old. That boy gave a shrap, and then through that shrap, he said, oh, Krishna is calling me. Please understand, that means almost 700 years is actually working for them. That's what we should. No matter where we are, how we are, we should always see what can I do for them. When we have this consciousness, definitely we'll get the right call, the right moment, leave everything and then go back home. Otherwise, this attachment is very deep. We're not Kailash. Kailash is an apt example for us. That's why I love that Kailash too, because I always should think more about it. Please understand, if you would have gone with Narada Muni, why he did not go with Narada Muni right away? His desire is something. He wants to enjoy this material because he's not serving Krishna. He is using his energy to enjoy himself. Service is service. But what is he? He's becoming master. He's becoming bhokta, and then through that bhokta is enjoying this material nature, which is the state of this conditioning. Conditioning is this. This condition has to be curbed out. This conditioning will be curbed when we begin working for them. That's why Shravana Kirta has to be taken deep. Then we begin working for them. We should ask, what should I do? How should I live my life? What can be done? Then through that slowly, when we begin doing services, then consciousness will be uplifted. Then you will be there in this world, but you are not part of this world. Just like you see this as a train journey. Exactly, this is a train journey, only dear devotees. You get the train in the night, in the morning you get up, you have to leave the train because your station has come. That is exactly. Getting up, getting onto the train is a birth. Leaving the train is a death. We have to leave. There's no other thing. Immediately we should be ready. We should be happy to leave this body. How and when we will be happy to leave this body? When we don't feel that we are this. When we feel this, we are this, we do so much decoration, this, that, so many makeups, this, that, all. Prabhujis don't do makeup, Matajis, devotees don't do, Conditioning, so many 4 rings, 5 rings, bracelets, oh, big chains. Wow. Suits, safari suits, this, that, very opulent shoes. What are all these? It's all showing, indicating that we want to have this bodily consciousness. We will show with everyone. See, my suit, very nice suit. 10,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. Brand showroom, this, that, show me unwanted things. So this has to be cut. When we begin working for the Lord, for His pleasure, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, then these things, unwanted things, because anartha means unwanted, materialism means unwanted, this bodily consciousness is unwanted. Then we will come out of this. Oh, how do we do this? We get up early in the morning, Mangalarti, chant our rounds, do Shavana, do our work, come back, again practice, go forward. That should be the life actually. Otherwise, this animalistic propensity, this animalistic consciousness will not go. We have human body, but the consciousness is, the propensity has to be gone. Just like that businessman, he went to Kashi and he's asking, what should be done? Let me sell those sticks, wooden sticks, so that we'll get more money. That means even at Kashi is also thinking that. That means where is he? Is he at Kashi? No, he's in Bombay only. His consciousness is that businessman. He's thinking that will give happiness. This is the problem. So that consciousness has to be curbed. So slowly we should think about it, to come out of those things. Hare Krishna. Is that okay, Prabhu? Amshul also?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this beautiful class. Prabhuji, I'm just reading as you speak that the difference between envy and jealousy. Envy is referred to more in our scriptures, which means that we want something that someone else has. And jealousy is when we fear what we have, we may lose it. So both are actually vices, but envy is
Both are
referred
bad
to.
only.
Sorry?
Both are bad only.
Yeah, but envy, both are equally bad because envy is referred.
It's like it's like dying with cancer or dying with tuberculosis.
Yeah,
Both
dying.
are problems only. That means
Right.
both are affecting the consciousness. The realms might be different. One person might die with TB also, because in those days there's no medicine for TB. There's no medicine for cancer also. Both leads to same thing. So likewise, the jealous and envy, they're different. But if you actually see, both will affect the consciousness. Both will impact us. Both will take us away from Krishna consciousness. That's why anartha means aparada. Anartha. That means they're unwanted. Aparada, arada, aradhana, aparadhana, aparada, arada. Aparada means Radharani will be gone. She will not be there. Aradhana, she will come more. Then what are we doing? We are developing the consciousness.
Yeah,
It's
thank
like
you, Prabhuji.
they're seeing the presence, right? When they see the presence, then what happens? Developing the consciousness. So when these things are coming in the heart, we immediately have to tell, no, these are unwanted. Prabhupada will not be happy with this. My spiritual master will not be happy. I don't want to cultivate this. If there's an envious feeling coming towards the other person, you should immediately tell, this is not my thing. This is not my job. I shouldn't be envious to the other person. That's not my mentality. Let me correct this. Because वो आते हैं ना consciousness में.
Yeah.
You should tell the mind. उसको बोलना है. This is not right. And we should come out of it and move forward. We should remember, we should hear, we should open up Gita and then read, so that the consciousness is again uplifted. Even it's a continuous process unless we are completely free from all of these things. And that complete free from all of these things will be given to us as a mercy. Just like Parikshit Maharaj, at that particular moment, when the moment Shringi spoke those words, he was not there at that time. Parikshit Maharaj was not there when Shringi cursed. Parikshit Maharaj was at his palace. Then Shamek Rishi would send a person and then convey the message that within 7 days you have to die. They immediately accepted. He embraced that situation. That's a difficult state, but he accepted. He embraced. Why? Because he's free. He's free from all these things. When a person is free from unwanted things, he will see the picture clearly. Because then at that moment he will set the goal. For example, you are driving the car, it's full snow. You're driving in the night. It's so blurry, you cannot see anything. Do you drive 90 miles per hour? You drive 20, 30, slowly, carefully. This is just blurry. That means unwanted things are there. You cannot drive. At the moment those unwanted things are not there, let's say you're driving in a sunshine day, in a sunny day, right in the afternoon or in the morning, around 10 or 11 in the morning, everything is clear, you drive 80, there's no problem. It is safe to drive 80 at that time. You cannot drive 80 when it is complete snowy and it's all pitch dark. You cannot do that. So when the anarthas are there, then the right thing is not being seen. But when the anarthas are removed by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of the Acharyas, then we can see the perfect vision. And that perfect vision is actually helpful for us. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji, I have another question is that, we do japa as part of our routine when we set our, this time, like in the morning, we have that. So, how do we increase our love for Krishna so that we look forward? Right now it is part of a routine, so we do it. So
If
that
you
we.
surrender, you'll get love naturally. You surrender to the Lord, you get love. If you submit, just like Arjuna submitted, if you submit like that, you'll get. Because Krishna will give na ayatamam prapadyante. If you do put some endeavor, Krishna will reciprocate. But without that, love will not come. It's not cheap. It's not that cheap. Love will come through our submission. It's very practical. You see, every person they submitted, they got love. Any acharya you see, they submitted. Through that submission, they got love. So we should aspire for that. We should develop that consciousness. We should anchor for that love. Krishna Prem. You should come to the plane of Ahitu ki aprayata. When that is there, Krishna will give unlimited love. He is ready, he is there for that only. He's actually waiting for the right moment. Making sense, Amma?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Because when you really love, yes, you will submit to them. You see, we put it in action. No? We just don't say to our child, I love you, and then we don't do anything to him. How do you express your love to your son? By doing some work to him. You make nice preparation, you take him out, you arrange everything, you get him a new dress. And so you express love. Likewise with the Lord, you express through our submission. Lord will be very happy. You express by being good, by developing this non-envious quality, by being non-envious to others. Lord is happy. Advaishta Sarabhutana. Lord is very pleased with that. Those are all steps. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Yes,
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Arti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very wonderful class. This was an excellent and important topic that people won't believe, but I was thinking about this particular topic just past week, and you tackled this topic so beautifully. I do have a question about death and dying and illness, especially in the wake of all the scientific discoveries and all the medical miracles that are happening. So when does a soul and a body decide this medical treatment is enough? And as Vaishnavas, when do we decide that do we need a medical treatment? Do we stretch this life? And when is it Krishna's calling? And when do you let go? Because everybody goes through the sufferings, and when there is sometimes even when there is a small calamity happening in our body or around us, in the family, we fear, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? The quality of life is going to deteriorate. We are going to die. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. I don't want to die. But you're saying, and I totally agree, when it's a Lord's calling, one should be ready to go. But then people still go to doctors. The hospitals are flooded and nursing homes are flooded. People want to live. Everybody wants to live, including the people who follow Krishna consciousness. The bodily suffering needs certain kind of medical treatment. So what how should we decide that is it's enough? I know there are hospice services and all that, to comfort the patient and the family members, give some comfort. But when does a Vaishnava say this is it? And the family, especially, I feel like sometimes it's the family that goes through the social pressure. Oh my God, what is going to happen? What is society going to say if we let go of this person at particular time? Hare Krishna, I will leave this question right there. If you can answer,
Actually,
that would be wonderful.
Artiyamma, I know one devotee. She's been practicing since like 15 years. An elderly Mataji. And she lives in US. There's a there's a declared statement where you can, I don't know what term they use, but she wrote a letter to the doctors and everything. If my body doesn't support, the doctors would know it. The body doesn't support. Don't put me on so many complications. Just leave me so that I can leave my body. There are doctors will tell there are certain situations where it's not much can be done. But at that time also the family would force because the person doesn't know because the person is in a hospital. Person wouldn't know. But at that moment they say, as I've written that letter, it's been signed also by the family members, and they let go that person. This is one example. And two, I'll give an example of a monkey. Monkey knows when it will die. The special benediction given by the Lord. You don't see monkeys dying natural death in front of a street or in the middle of a road. You don't see. They go deeper, like in the forest or in the woods. Then they leave the body. That's another state. Because they know it's a natural death. Because every human being will know, but the problem is the human being is attached to this body. Through that attachment, what happens is he wants to live more. He will not listen that calling. He will not hear that, or he will not understand. He will not understand that there is some calling happening. He will not, because he's not on a consciousness level. Because he's on a bodily consciousness. He's not on a conscious level. That's why it is very important to come out of this bodily consciousness. But when we come out of this bodily consciousness and then practice Krishna consciousness, what happens? You'll get the calling. Because anyhow this body has to be gone. A day here and there. I don't want to drag or extend. It depends on the individual desires also, Mataji. To be honest with you. If a person is very devoted, very fully Krishna conscious, he says, oh, I don't want all these pipes, this, that, so many other things. See, natural death comes. When we are old, natural death comes. And they go through that. They grow through that. See through the life of Srila Prabhupada, see through the life of so many of his followers. So many devotees, they left their bodies in a natural way, not in the midst of chaotic condition, ICU, this, that, so many complications. It again depends on our consciousness. It again depends on our association. Now, one thing I want to tell, it depends on what we are aspiring for. If you want to extend this life, that means you want to stay here more. But if a devotee desires to go back home, back to God, he will find situations of going home back to God. If he has good conscience, there are some Vaishnavas, they pray to the Lord. Krishna tava pada pankaja panjarantam kuleshakar alvar. The Sri Vaishnava is praying. Kantha varo dhano smaranam kutasya. Oh my dear Lord, you take me now because my body is good. I'm in a good condition. My consciousness is also good. I can remember you now. You take me now. At the time of death, when I'm very old, I might not chant your names. I might not remember you. There is a problem because my body is not supporting my consciousness. There is no guarantee that my consciousness will be great at that particular time. He says, you take me now. Depends on the desires. That means it depends on what we are aspiring for. If a person has a conviction, then he'll understand. He'll not put much efforts on this body, but he'll take care of this body. That means that he's not neglecting his body. Please understand. There's two different things. He's not neglecting his body. He's taking care of his body. But his taking care of body is different. It's like Parikshit Maharaj. He knows he has to leave. He understood. Likewise, we would also know. If you are very sincere, you will know. So many devotees know. They know when they have to leave. Because we will also know. Why not? If they are given an opportunity, we will also be given that opportunity. But we have to be receptive. Now, when we will be given that opportunity? When we are using our opportunities now in the right way. In Krishna consciousness. Let's say if my priorities is materialistic enhancements, materialistic beauty, materialistic propaganda of this world, then we will not get those calls. Because we want to be here now. We want to rush to the hospital. We want to stay more. We spend more money there. But we don't want to spend money for Krishna. We want to spend money for that. Very important. It depends person's attitude on it. The attitude is Krishna consciousness he is taken care in a separate level because he is on a separate realm. He is not in this realm. But if the consciousness is not right, then the state is different. Hare Krishna. Is that okay, Amma? Artinath, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, except some other points, like a person like me would put my advanced directives as no CPR or, whatever, no
It is called as
intubation or
advanced
whatever.
directive.
Yeah. So, but there are some states, at least in the United States, like Maryland has, like if I have a cardiac arrest or something, and even if I have an advanced directive as do not resuscitate, there's a Good Samaritan law that is implemented to give CPR. So, but others don't know if I am fallen on the side of the road with a cardiac arrest or a heart attack, then people will undergo CPR. So
Yeah,
the
those
idea
things
would
are.
ideally be to let all the family members know, right, that do not touch my body. Let me go the natural way because it is Krishna's calling. So that is my understanding too. So because unfortunately in Maryland, especially if you are in any medical facility, they have to, like, some of the medical facilities, they have to implement the Good Samaritan law and do the CPR regardless until a nurse or whatever comes with a crash cart and looks at the advanced directives. Because so okay. Understood. And we hope and pray, at least I hope and pray God, Lord takes me the natural way. And with constant chanting and, so let's, All right. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the answer.
Hare
Right.
Krishna. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Dandavat Pranam, yourself, Nikanjara Das. Actually, Prabhuji, I remember I would like to add one example, practical example, what I came across the question related to the question what Aarti Mataji asked just now. You remember, like from New Vrindavan, His Grace Sureshwar Prabhu, who passed away a few years back. So I remember, while we used to have a chanting walk in New Vrindavan, early morning and then evening also, chanting every time and continuously walking there. So while having a normal discussion, we used to speak. Then Prabhuji used to mention, like he was around 76 or 77 that time. He used to say like within 2 years, like I never know, I I may not be here, So, and maybe at the end of the second year it happened, but before like that he was admitted twice, and even at the last stage when he was admitted, like before a few months, he already mentioned to the temple president, saying that no advanced surgeries, no ventilator. I don't
Very nice.
want
Very nice.
anything. Rather, I would like to, pass naturally chanting and do. So Jai Krishna Prabhu followed that, and he passed away in that realm. So
Very nice. Thank
yeah,
you.
just wanted to highlight this
Thank you
example.
for sharing that.
Yes,
He's a
Prabhuji.
devotee, yes. I know Sureshwar Prabhu very nicely. He's a very
Yes,
beautiful soul.
yes,
At
Prabhuji.
the age of 70, 75, I was doing services very nicely.
Yes, yes, very
So now
strong,
also
and
he's
never,
active.
no one thought that Prabhu will pass away within 2 years. I said, no, Prabhu, you have to live even beyond 80, but no. At the end of like 79, ninth end, like he passed away.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then they conducted the all ceremony there in New Vrindavan, and his son from Dallas, he came. His wife was there. Everyone like, but his son said, the thing what he saw in New Vrindavan, glorification of him and everything. Then he said, I never thought my father was so advanced. So see, this is a self individual soul journey.
Correct.
Yeah. Hare
Correct.
Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes,
That's
Prabhuji.
why
Hare.
when we continuously hear what happens is our consciousness is changed so much, and then will be in a different state. Yashyasta Bhaktir Bhagavata Kincham. The service to the Lord, devotional service will naturally come. I know him. He was even in winter also he was not wearing socks all the time. Because
Mm.
he was very nice person.
Yeah, yeah. And like every he was like every day for dressing early morning and Mangalarti,
Correct,
I
correct,
remember
correct,
him.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, he was there for Mangalarti.
Standing
Yes,
beside the pole.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing.
Thank you for your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
About not resuscitating and all that, medical science. Where is this medical science coming from? That's also coming from Krishna. So if
Correct.
somebody resuscitates, it's Krishna's will that they have to be resuscitated. And also if we take the like the great acharyas, like if we take Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he's doing so much service at the advanced age with so much of bodily problems, but he has
Exactly.
a liver transplant, hand transplant, everything is different, but he could have said, oh, I can just leave, but
No,
he's doing that for service,
he
and
had
the
that
Lord
stick
is
with his eye
crying.
also.
Lord is crying when he does kirtan. So, we shouldn't judge if somebody says they have to be resuscitated, because they are doing it not for themselves, they're doing it for the service. So,
Exactly. Because he's simply following the words of Srila Prabhupada so beautifully. He's a great soul. Because he has a mission now, what Srila Prabhupada told. We want to complete that. Up until completion that he'll be here. Because he wants to see the Mayapur temple also to be started. For sure he'll be there. He'll be there more time. Further, he is ready to take any discomfort. They're there for them actually. Further, they go to the hospital. There's no problem for that. Bhakti Charo Maharaj also went through that because he followed the instructions of what GBC told him. They said, you should stay for some more time and do service. He already wrote in 2018 Vyasa Puja offerings to Srila Prabhupada that whatever Srila Prabhupada, whatever you have given, I have completed all of that. Now my time is up. I have whenever you call me, I'll go. That's been already been told. So if they follow.
Yeah. But Prabhuji,
there is no one way. There's always internal consciousness journey. There's no one way to anything. For example, as Vamshuras Prabhu rightly mentioned, we cannot judge if a person is reassessed, if a person is in ICU. Cannot judge them. We don't know what they are going through. Their devotees. That's why we should never judge anyone. I remember Zonesh Radhana Swami Maharaj is telling, even if a person who just came to the temple and today is the first day, we don't know. He might be there in his last life also. Do we know that? We have no idea. We have no idea. He is there last life also. You might be there. That person might become a great devotee. We don't know. And if you are judging that person today, that's an offense. It might not be an offense today. It will be an offense tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a great soul. So we should be very careful with our dealing. Very important. Yes, Nikunja Prabhu wanted to share something?
No, I just wanted to second what you mentioned, the example of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. It can, like as of currently, it is a live example of a miracle. Like people say, we don't see any miracles. How to believe God? There is a common question. But Jayapataka Swami is one of the current example. Despite of lung transplant, despite of brain hemorrhage, despite of a lot of things. I don't want to mention, but so many things. Kidney transplant. So many things. But his preaching, Prabhu Maharaj's preaching, enthusiasm and power and as you mentioned about the tears recently, these things, are not comparable. Like it is just a miracle. No one can think like how it is happening. But his preaching is going on, non-stop. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you so much. These are all the inspiration which we should carry to continue our Krishna conscious journey. And then we should be very grateful.
Thank you. Thank you to Amsi Vilas to raise this question. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. We'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
की जय, आचार्य सुधार ठाकुर की जय, भगवद गीता
जय
जय, नील प्रभु की जय, और
Assembled devotees की जय।
जय
दंडवत प्रणाम।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare